On your block in Novi this weekend, tens of thousands will head out to the Suburban Collection Showplace for the Motor City Comic Con.
The convention center will be full of pop culture, cosplay, celebrity guests, and much more. CBS News Detroit's Jordan Burroughs is in the middle of it, getting a sneak peek. Jordan, you've been with T-Rexes this morning. You've hung with the Ghostbusters. What now, man?
Well, in the morning, we were actually doing makeup. I was hoping she was going to get my makeup done, but it had taken so long, and it might have been a little scary. So we went from that to Jurassic Park to Ghostbusters, and now we're talking about art, and not just any art in particular. This is Erin Lefler from New York showing off all she can do, illustrations and storytelling, and she joins us today. Erin, come on in here. But we're more so going to talk about something you're passionate about and something that you stand up for. You told me in your younger 20s you were diagnosed with Parkinson's, and I know that is very serious to you. So we're here to talk about the mission and what that means. I'm sorry if you're getting a little emotional on me, but why is it so important to you?
It's honestly something that I feel a lot of people don't know about, and if you ask anybody who has Parkinson's, people really don't know all that much about it, especially young onset. A lot of the treatment and everything that we have now has been based off of what we know off of older Parkinson's, which is normally what you hear people getting diagnosed with. So for me, it's an emotional thing because my work, my life is doing art. That's how I express emotion. That's how I make human connection with
It's
people.
beautiful, by the way. Everything here looks so amazing.
Thank you. It's one of those things where I've always found I make the most connection with other people through art and through whatever comes through my brain when I'm listening to music. That's how I create pieces. So for me, it's one of those things where I want to see this end. I don't want to see somebody who's my age currently in the next 10, 20 years having to deal with this, because it's something we're so close to finishing off and not having to deal with anymore. So the more that we can bring awareness to it, the closer we'll get to having a cure for it.
And to set the scene, like Erin had mentioned, Parkinson's, no known cure at the moment. And when most people think about Parkinson's, they they really go back to Michael J. Fox, obviously a very well-known actor. And now you're involved with this foundation, correct?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to talk with Michael about it because he was also a young onset patient with diagnosis. And one of the wonderful things, and it's been something I've carried with me the last few months, is Michael will always say, one day at a time, because we're so close to finishing the fight with this. They've made so many advancements, especially within the last year, when it comes to treatments, when it comes to neurological findings that they've had with how it works in the brain and everything. So it's definitely something, it's near and dear to my heart. All the work that his foundation has done has been incredible. So to get to work with them and to use my work to help further along funding for their research is just phenomenal.
And good for you. I love, that you're standing up to the cause. For those that are watching at home, if you can take us through a little bit of your backstory, what made you maybe get tested? What do people need to look out for, maybe if they are worried or concerned about it?
For me, I was actually in the middle of a show in Denver, and I had never noticed anything with my body before, and all of a sudden my muscles in my right side locked up and the tremor popped out, and I had never seen that before, and there wasn't any known family history of it. And I went for a whole year with having to deal with misdiagnosis, because when you're so young getting it, they don't know. It doesn't look like something you'd have to deal with at that age. So it's a little bit trickier when you're younger dealing with it. But I will say it was so wonderful. There was a wonderful woman that was working with a show at the time with the guest, and she actually worked as a neurologist outside of doing the shows. And she was actually the one who kind of pinpointed it. I definitely kind of credit her with being the one to help me figure it out, because she kind of stopped and looked back. She goes, "Can you go get a second opinion for me?" And that's what got that's what got everything set in the right motion. So I definitely give that big.
Yeah, thanks to her, for sure. All your work is here, and now you're here at Motor City Comic Con in Detroit. You said you're a New York gal. What does it mean to be here at the Motor City Comic Con this weekend?
I am head over heels in love with Detroit. I am a big music girl, so Motown is a big thing for me. A lot of my stuff, if anybody looks when they come through, is music related. So getting to be at the birthplace of many of my favorite musicians and everything is just absolutely incredible for me. I got to tour Motown yesterday, and that was absolutely phenomenal. And this being my last show of the year that I'm guesting, I made so many new friends here last year, so it's nice to get to come back and like see everybody and to get to hang out for the weekend and just kind of goof off and be a nerd.
I love that. I mean, that's why we're all here, right, guys? Erin Lefler. Erin, thank you so much for sharing your story. If you're going to be at the Motor City Comic Con, you have to see Erin, the sweetest gal, sharing one of the best stories I've heard, so passionate about the cause, too. And the artwork is beautiful. Get your tickets online, motorcitycomiccon.com.